New London News and Events, your source for local news. Good evening, everybody. Steve here to fill you in on this evening's village meetings. First up this evening was a zoning commission meeting. The zoning commission met to look at the request by Chad Blake to rezone two pieces of property here in the village from R1 to R3. The first piece of property, 118 East Main Street, that's where the old Humphreys apartments were for those that have been around a few years. The proposal there, if it's rezoned, is to put up 4 new buildings. Those buildings will be 1-bedroom duplexes on that lot. They will be fully ADA compliant, really geared towards, not restricted to, but geared towards senior citizens or handicapped individuals. So they'll be fully ADA compliant, including the showers and all the facilities in those. The other piece of property is 26 East Washburn. If approved, they plan to demo the existing house on that lot and then put up 2 buildings, and those buildings will be 2-bedroom apartment triplexes. So that is the proposal. Both of those would require those pieces of property to be rezoned from R1 to R3 multifamily. Unfortunately, there were 2 members of the zoning commission absent this evening, so lacking a quorum, the commission couldn't take action on that request. So another zoning commission meeting will be scheduled in the near future so that the commission can take action on that request. So I'll let you know when that happens. Up next, we'll talk about village council meeting. And in council meeting this evening, in the public comments section, Ms. Kristen Cardone was there from the Huron County Board of Mental Health and Addiction Services to brief the council on their services and the fact that they've got a renewal and increased levy on the ballot coming up in May. Currently, they have a 0.5 mil levy on the ballot in May. They'll be asking for a renewal of the 0.5 plus an increase of 0.5, taking their millage to a full mil levy for the addiction services. They are coming to town to explain to people exactly what they do and the need for the levy. They will be holding a community town hall that'll be in the New London Public Library on April 15th from 5 to 6:30 p.m. So if you want to learn more about exactly what the Board of Mental Health and Addiction Services do and that levy, be at the public meeting April 15th, 5 to 6:30 p.m. at the New London Public Library. Also during the public comments section, Ms. Tanya Gray addressed council and expressed her concern with School Resource Officer Smith and her feeling that he should no longer be in the employ of the village. The council thanked her for her comments. Up next, we'll take a look at legislative action this evening. And in legislative action this evening, council did pass the first reading of 2 ordinances having to do with utility rate increases, one ordinance for water and wastewater, the other ordinance for sanitation services. I hope to bring you more detail on both of these here before the next council meeting. Look for another video, hopefully with some representatives of the village to explain the rate increases in detail. High level, what is being proposed is a 5% increase in water, a 7% increase in sewer, and about a 5% increase in sanitation. Although they're adding some additional tiers to sanitation. Again, we'll go into those details in the future, but some people may actually see their sanitation bill go down by $1 a month, but more details to come on that. Council also passed a resolution to authorize payment of $15,907.98 to Kleinfelder Incorporated for engineering related to the First Street Bridge Replacement Project, and $3,567.50 to OHM Advisors, that is for engineering work related to the New London Avenue project. Up next, I'll go into a little bit just to explain some of this about emergency ordinances. I thought I'd take just a minute and talk a little bit about passing ordinances and resolutions, because there's some nuances here, especially when the term emergency gets thrown around that maybe everybody doesn't understand. So the baseline process, according to the Ohio Revised Code, is to pass an ordinance or resolution. It has to be read 3 times at 3 separate council meetings. If it passes, it then goes to the mayor for the mayor's signature. Once the mayor signs it, it takes effect 30 days after that. So there's 2 cases where you'll see the term or hear the term emergency used. The first one is declaring an emergency first, second, or third reading. In that case, it takes a 2/3 vote of the council to declare it as an emergency. It's still going to get 3 readings at 3 separate council meetings, but once the mayor signs it, it takes effect immediately. It does away with that 30-day waiting period for it to take effect. The second way you'll hear the term emergency used is where it'll say declaring an emergency reading. That takes a 3/4 vote of council, And in that case, they're declaring an emergency and saying, we're only going to read this one time. So it gets one reading in one meeting. If it passes, it goes to the mayor for signature. Once the mayor signs it, it takes effect immediately. So that's the two different ways that the term emergency is used to change how ordinances and resolutions are passed and when they take effect. I hope that may clear some things up for folks and help everybody understand a little bit better about how village council works. Well, that's a report on this evening's village meetings. Oh, I should have mentioned, you may have noticed, no administrator's report tonight. Sean's out sick, so other than the public comments and legislative action, that was pretty much it for the council meeting tonight. Do stay tuned. I hope to bring you some more information on those utility rate increases here in the next couple of weeks before the next council meeting. Other than that, I hope you found this informative. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. I'm Steve. Have a great night.